You should buy a PS4.
I had, and this is a real thing that happened recently to me. Tino was home. This was this year. Tino, like that is, I haven't had paranormal experiences for a while, but Tino was home. Tino's my buddy, our buddy. He's a military marine. He was coming back, and we were hanging out. And we were drinking a few beers, and you know, getting lit. I'm talking about like we were not drinking a few beers. We were drinking about maybe like 7, 8, and then we were taking shots as well.
In the same place?
Same place, his house. And so we're in his room, dude. And that's my buddy. Long back, we go way back. He used to stay across the street from his current house, and so I remember living with him there. There was nothing too big of an issue. His mom had never even said anything.
Nope.
She would say the place was haunted. I never felt like it was bad in there either way. Like it just felt like an okay house, right? So we go to this house, and I said, let me tell a story before as well, because I have two experiences there, and I just want to put it on a timeline perspective. Tino was back. That's my current one that happened like not too long ago. But prior to that, I had watched over his house for 2 weeks.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Every time I slept at night by myself, I'd hear fucking noises, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just a house settling in, like typical bullshit. But it felt like somebody was walking in the fucking house, dude. And I'd have to stop the TV, I'd have to turn it off, and I'd have to just lay there sometimes, because I was just like, let me just listen enough to hear if something breaks, or let me listen to enough to hear if something gets tipped over. I think that somebody's in the house, so I could call. You know what I'm saying? Call 911. And so I never heard that, but I heard walking, like they were walking around the house. And it scared the fucking shit out of me. And people thought that I was tripping. I'd always call JC. I'm like, hey, JC, you want to smoke? Like, you try to smoke? I'd have bud and shit, and he'd have bud, and he's like, yeah. And like, you spend the night? He's like, yeah, I spend the night. And I was like, cool. He'd always spend the night. I'm like, bro, because I couldn't. Like, literally, it was either me and JC spend the night there by ourselves, or we would go to Lecheros and spend the night over there and shit like that, right? So that's the first incident. Second one this year, we had gotten really drunk. We had drunken a couple beers and drunk a couple shots, and I was pretty out of there, and so I was like, I gotta go take a piss. So I walk out of his room, I go into the front room, and I hear a guy talk to me. And you know how you have a voice in your head a little bit? Everybody has a voice in their head.
Yeah.
But you know what that voice in your head sounds like? And this doesn't sound like the voice in my head. It sounds like somebody completely different that I've never heard of before. But I'm so out of there and so drunk that I just don't think too much of it, and I keep walking, right? I'm stumbling to the fucking restroom, and I'm drunk, so I go use the restroom, and I come out, and I go lay down, or not lay down, go in there, and we chill, and like we end up going to sleep, shit like that. Next few days pass by, this and that. Months later, I didn't find this out until last month. A month later, he tells me that his mother has experienced a lot of crazy shit happening over the years, but she just never told him. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, she just never told me because she said something about she didn't want him to be scared or some shit. And I was like, what? And I was like, tell me what she said. He's like, there would be things that would be tipped over, like things that would be moved, this and that. And then also, one time she was looking outside, because there's like a window when you're washing dishes, and it leads into the backyard. She saw a man in the backyard, and she fucking screamed, and she ran, and like they went to go check and see, nobody's there, but it's like his back was towards her, and so like she didn't see his face at all, but she just know that there was a man in the backyard, right? And so they told me that, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't tell Tino this. I didn't tell Tino my story until after he told me that, because I was like, he just told me it randomly one day. I forgot, I don't know why he told me, yeah, I'm good on that. He just told me randomly, he's like, yeah, dude, there's something going on in the house. That's what he told me. I was like, what? Yeah, and then I told him that, and he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yes, dude. I was like, it was that man. Because there's a guy that, he said that an old man passed away prior to them owning it, and he was in the backyard.
Oh, shit. So a guy lived there and died and then is haunting him?
Yeah.
God damn, bro. It's like...
Is that not a crazy story to tell you?
But it's like, does he still live there?
Bro, they don't live you talking about Latino's parents? Yeah, I was there just not too long ago. I'll still go there. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn ghost, dude. Like I'm not scared like that, but the thing is that when they talk I'm talking about like I'm not just telling you that the guy died in the back house. Like when he first got that house, I remember distinctly me and him being in the shed, and he's like, the lady said that he had a heart attack in this shed, and we're smoking weed in the shed. You know, shit like that. And I'm talking about. I didn't tell him my experience because I didn't think too much of it. I just thought it was me being drunk. And then he said that his mom seen somebody in the fucking backyard, and then the things are being knocked over. I heard footsteps in like 2016. Like these are years apart. This is a real thing. He's watching, and when you go in there, you wanna go in there one day?
Yeah.
I told Tina to let you in.
As long as it doesn't follow me back home, because I live like a couple blocks away.
What's that old man? No, I'm playing.
It's not like, well, he's already dead, so that's the thing though, like, he's dead, he's in his house?
I don't know. I want to know if he's, like, upset. Like, why does he show himself in certain times, you know?
So, supposedly, ghosts are, like, spirits, but the idea of ghosts is, like, yeah, something is not finished, so that's why they're still around. What
do you think it is that he's trying to finish? Think his family?
He probably loves his couch too much that that his spirit, that'd be my spirit, and like, oh, I found the perfect couch, like, oh, I died here, and whoever like sits on my couch, you see me like standing next to him with a grumpy face, like, get off my chair. Well, if you were to be a ghost or a spirit, what thing will you haunt, or who will you haunt, or how, or what, or why?
If I was a spirit, I would haunt a museum.
A museum?
Yeah, I would haunt a museum. It would be
just to fuck with people, or just say like, oh, I love the museum too much.
That's not hidden there, right? But is that not a crazy story? That's something that like it just upset me a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck?
So if it upsets you, why does? So okay, by saying in your experience. Knowing now, yeah, it's hard.
But if you hit it like that, I guess it would probably be better. What were you saying?
Oh no, it's just so. Oh yeah, so what would you haunt if you were a spirit? Like,
I would haunt a museum. I would haunt the Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian.
Mm-hmm.
I will haunt a doghouse, like to say like pretend, like make growls, but there's no dog. Like just, but I'm not even inside of it. I'm just outside, just chilling. But you can't see me because I'm dead or whatever.
Jesus. Fuck. A doghouse?
Yeah, like just pretend like, oh, like you get. Well, if I was a ghost, I would prefer to roam the earth. You know, like just kind of.
Oh, free roam? Yeah. No, if you could free roam, I'm doing that. But if you want me to haunt like one specific thing, it'd be I want to haunt an abandoned house. An abandoned house. That'd be cool. That way, that when somebody does come, I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with these motherfuckers.
You would scare all the actual scary people that are actually living there. You would kick them. You would kick them out by brutal savageness. Like, I'm the scary one here.
Have you seen Beetlejuice?